Modern astronomy, a constellation is an internationally defined area of the celestial sphere. These areas are grouped around asteroids, which themselves are generally referred to into non-technical language as constellations, which are patterns formed by prominent stars within apparent proximity to one another on Earth's night sky. When astronomers say an object is in a given constellation, they mean it is within the boundaries of one of these defined areas of the sky. There are also numerous historical constellations not recognized by the EAU or constellations recognized in regional traditions of astronomy or astrology, such as Chinese, Hindu, and Australian Aboriginal.
The current list of 88 constellations recognized by the International Astronomical Union since 1922 is based on the 48 listed Ptolemy in his Almagest in the 2nd century. Ptolemy's catalogue is informed by Eudoxus of Cnidus, a Greek astronomer in the 4th century BC, who introduced earlier Babylonian astronomy to the Hellenistic culture. Of the 48 constellations listed by Ptolemy, 30 can be shown to have a much longer history, reaching back into at least the late Bronze Age. These concerns of the 48 constellations listed by Ptolemy, 30 can be shown to have much longer history, reaching back into at least the late Bronze Age. This concerns the zodiacal constellations in particular. This list of constellations most easily seen from the northern hemisphere, but it also heavily means it lacks importance of is uninteresting. You also will probably notice that not all the constellations of the zodiac are included. Many of the zodiac's constellations, such as Pisces and Aquarius, are deemed difficult to find, and I have tried to itemize the constellations that are easiest for a beginner to find.
The categorization of the constellation into winter, spring, summer, fall, and circumpolar groups is also a bit arbitrary. Which of the constellations are circumpolar will, of course, depend on your latitude. Also, no constellation is restricted to a single season of the year. A sky geyser willing to stay awake on one long and very cold night in late December will observe almost every constellation that can be seen from his location. In the following list, for instance, a spring constellation is one that can best be seen around 8:30 on a spring evening.
There is a short description of major stars' unusual features for each constellation. Keep in mind that there is often more than one myth for a constellation and that they frequently conflict with each other.
Circumpolar constellations: the Big Dipper, Cassiopeia, Perseus, Cepheus. Constellations of autumn: Cygnus, Leda, Pegasus, the Eagle. The constellations of winter: Orion, Andromeda, Taurus, Canis Major. Constellations of spring: Gemini, Leo, Virgo. Constellations of summer: Both, Sagittarius, Scorpio.